Okay. Hello. So this is hello. Sorry, before I into it. Hi. Whether you have been here before or you might be new. Hello. And welcome. The reason I was laughing is because I was shuffling for one card as the kind of theme for this reading. And I was shuffling the, what they call it, called the Moonology. 5 cards flew out. And the one in the middle is just brilliant. It stands out above all the others. Now, the video that's going to be posted at the end will be the dark moon and autumn equinox, which is still today. We are now in the dark. Yeah. What? It's tipped. What I'm saying is it's tipped. Yeah. So that flip of the equinox is now, we are going more into the darkness, into the underworld through Samhain, popping out the other side at Yule. So this is actually a whole sentence with these cards that flew out in order. Yeah. So let's have a look, and then we're going to pull some more cards, although it's a sentence in and of itself for this new moon, which is usually a couple of a leaf on my desk. Oh, that's all about. It's usually a couple of days after the dark moon. So the dark moon was on Sunday, yesterday, or whenever it is you're watching this. It was the day before today. It was Sunday the 21st. Yeah. So yeah, interesting. So should we have a look? I know you got a sneak peek because I forgot to put the camera around the right way. So here we go. So the cards read. So never mind about the moon phase, yeah. But we have, you are good enough. A personal issue reaches resolution. The middle card, believe in the impossible. Balance spirituality and practicality. You're very close to achieving your goal. That is a whole sentence right there. I love it. Yeah. So, do we need to know any more? Well, that was 3 minutes 28 seconds. So, let's go and have a look, shall we? So let's grab a Norman deck. And let's take each one of these cards. So I'm just checking that you can actually see them. Yeah, they look pretty good. So let's take each one of these cards and grab 2 of these lenormand for each card, just to Ooh. So you are good enough. This is around your, when I say work, I mean your creativity, and it's also about your it could be your strength in your creativity. So we've got the market and we've got the bear. But this could also be talking about the strength of your finances. Let's find out. So a little bit more of a clarification on the bear, please. Not that deck. Okay. We'll take a kipper then. Okay, well, we've got 2 cards here. Ooh. Okay. Concern about something being stolen. So maybe, so if you've been feeling that you're not good enough, this might be to do with someone who's in your work been, how can I put this, bullying you, yeah? So you might be concerned, but you might have been concerned about something in your work being stolen. So your work may be being misappropriated by somebody, yeah? So if that has been the case, don't worry, because what? Okay. Don't worry, because that's not a finished sentence. Let me finish the sentence for you. Ooh. Because wow, that's the energy you've been dealing with. The wounded human ego. Wow. And what I would say is, if you listen to the reading that I did around, and in fact it's come up a few times, anchoring your light. Yeah, so go and check that reading out. I'll link it at the end. If you do that in a work, then this will alchemize. This will, if you're doing that in a work and you're working on your light, it has no, this energy here has no choice but to retreat. I know from personal experience. Believe me. Okay. So, and in fact, a personal issue reaches resolution. Okay, let's see what the cards say about that one. This is amazing. I love it. I love it when this happens. So cool. So we're looking at clarification on a personal issue reaching resolution. Okay, so not that deck. Let's go with this one then. Yes. Yes. Oh, okay. So we have main male and great fortune. This could be to do with, it's not inheritance. I think there is a card in the kipper about inheritance, I think. This could be being offered a job. This could be someone coming to you with an opportunity for your creativity, which will bring you great fortune. Let's see if we can get a little bit more on that. There we go. Oh, we got, so, woman and ship. So, woman, receptive energy. So you're ready. You're ready to receive whatever this great fortune is being offered. And it could even mean that it's overseas. And this all comes from this energy here. So once this energy has been alchemized, then this personal issue reaches resolution. Nice. Okay. So, believe in the impossible. So you might have thought that this was impossible. You might have even thought that resolving this was impossible. But what this is saying, and we're going to take one of these, I believe. This is the Wisdom of Avalon Oracle. So, what do the Wisdom of Avalon Oracle say about? We have 3 cards here. Goodness me. Okay. We have the dragon, power and strength. That is a very cool dragon, actually. Very cool dragon. See that? Dragon energy. Animal guides of Avalon. Okay. Number 6 or the number 24 might be important for you. You've also got forgiveness. The sacred journey markers. So that's a marker. So once this has been alchemized by your inner work, and you're going on your journey, your personal issues being resolved, and some kind of opportunity which brings you great fortune and could mean that you're traveling overseas. What you thought was impossible, regaining your power and your strength, actually brings in, because and it is challenging, don't get me wrong, I don't even know if forgiveness is the right word, but what you're allowing is you're allowing yourself to move on from this situation. Yeah. And this could even be you, the wounded human ego. This could even be you, allowing yourself to if you're anchoring in the light, then there is no room. Excuse me, got a slightly wonky nose tonight. If you're anchoring in your light, the wounded human ego, if this is yourself, has no place anymore. It gets alchemized. So whether this is the person or if it's your inner workings, it gets alchemized if you're doing that work. And with that comes so here we have the ship, which is, that's moving. That's big movement to faraway shores, and this impossible, whatever it is, that brings you great fortune, that takes strength, that takes courage. It's powerful. And with that comes this ability to move forward with your life, which, pardon me, and cutting those ties to whatever this was. The messengers of Avalon, the Lady of the Lake. Is that in focus? I think so. It's about as in focus as it's going to get, I think. And it says, it's amazing. Absolute truth, courage, self-respect, and responsibility. And the number 8. Wow. And you might have thought that all these things were impossible. You might have thought that alchemizing this energy was impossible. You might have thought that this great fortune, being able to receive that great fortune, was impossible. Yeah? Well, it's not. New moon energy. Plant those seeds. Yeah? And they'll grow. Up to the full moon, they will grow. And you don't have to do it all in one moon phase. You can do step by step. And each step takes you from the new moon to the full moon. Yeah. And then in between, you can banish anything through the waning moon to the dark moon that doesn't belong. Yeah. That doesn't align with great fortune or big movement or power, strength, the impossible happening, being able to move forward with your life, cutting the ties, courage and self-respect and the truth and responsibility. Yeah. Okay. Balancing spirituality and practicality. Can we have a little more about that, please? We've got the woman again. So that's a receptive energy. Okay. So what does that say? Balance spirituality and practicality. So we have the woman, we have the heart, and we have the crossroads. Interesting. So you have the woman. What's going on here? So both the woman and the heart are receptive energies. You got the energy of love there. So it might actually, yeah, what we've got spirituality, love or love consciousness, the receptive energy, and practicality, crossroads, making choices. Okay. Let's get a little bit more. Let's just clarify that a little bit. Okay. Oh, blimey. There we go. You always know when it's not the right deck that you picked up, because cards don't come out. So, okay. So, we have the woman, the heart, and the crossroads. So it's balancing the receptive love consciousness energy with the practicality of making choices. Yeah. Now, this could have been a long road. You might have had to have been very disciplined with this. But there are good things. You've got female energy twice. So this is like this card here, good lady. This is someone who strives to do what's right. And that we're always trying to do what's right. If it's not what's right for you, then sometimes that can get you in a bit of a bind. Just make sure you can see that. So this is the prison card. So it doesn't necessarily mean prison, but what it means that if you can put yourself behind bars by trying to do the right thing, yeah. So maybe ease up on the discipline, but don't be so hard on yourself, yeah. Yeah, it's been a long road. But maybe it's now time for you to, again, when you're doing this, anchoring your light, that is connected to the heart, and it is connected to the ability to receive that light. Yeah, if you surrender your physical vessel to be a conduit for the light of love consciousness, then that's all those things. It's all this, all of it. Yeah. So by doing this, and by making that choice and making choices as you move forward that align with this idea of surrendering your physical vessel to the light of love consciousness, then I would say, I'm just going to get one more, just to clarify that these are more to do with this energy. So essentially what you're doing when you are aligning with this energy here, balancing of spirituality and practicality, essentially what you're doing is you're doing excuse me, doing these things for yourself, which then lets you out of the prison, essentially. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Immediate card flip out. I love it when it does that. Oh, here we go. So there's your wisdom right there. That's the birds. So that is wisdom, wise communication. So this will be how you speak to yourself, and the moon is an indicator of that. It's your inner workings, if you like. Again, it's that excuse me, it's the receptive, watery energy. Let's take a couple on this last card. You're very close to achieving your goal. So what does this goal involve? A couple there. Okay. So we've got the fox and the clouds. So you might have had a little bit of confusion or doubt when it comes to the strategies that you've had in place before regarding this initial energy here, maybe even regarding, great fortune, maybe even regarding, what you thought was impossible. So we're close to achieving the goal. Whoa, okay. This might have even brought about some kind of brief illness. And you might have been wearing the mask of goes back here, so it's come around the wounded human ego. Yeah, because a siren is someone that uses their power, if you like, not necessarily for good purposes. So maybe that's, so I would say this definitely corresponds to yourself. So this is the mask you've been wearing. But if you're close to achieving your goal, which would be what you thought was the impossible coming to fruition, let's see. I think I know what this is. Let's just have a look. I'm pretty sure this involves certainly involves someone who is a friend. Maybe there's a friend, and this could be what this, either this man or this woman, or both even. A friend who's patient. Lily's card. In this instance, I would say the snake card is the shape. It's the going round and round and round and round. This energy. This is like a karmic loop which is being broken. Yeah. This is a loop that you've been stuck in for a very long time. So to bring about this thing that you thought was impossible, yeah, we have the tree and we have the key. The tree and the key. So because we have the brief illness card here, long good health, So these choices, crossroads, the choices you are about to make, are to do with your health, communication. Could even be around the heart. And you'll definitely have some very patient friends that are helping you with that. And it will help clear the confusion and the doubt. And all these attributes here, which you thought were impossible, along with the great fortune. And great fortune, it could mean money, but it could just mean that it's your health, your successful, long health. If that makes sense. Let's get 2 more in this deck. Just to clarify that. Oh, what's that? Okay. Got 3. No, we've got 2. Sorry. Okay, yeah. So, pardon me. This karmic loop that you've been in of the wounded human ego, of feeling that you're not good enough, yeah, and then kind of projecting that out, because that's what we do, yeah, that's what we do as humans. When we are wounded, that's what happens. Unless you've got a grip on it, which, from what I can see here, that's coming. You are doing the work to get a grip on it, yeah. There might have been an illness, and if you're wearing a mask of technically, the wounded human ego is a mask because it's not your true self, yeah. You've got some really good, loyal friends who are very patient in helping you through this. From what I can see, that's not spirit, that's actual people, because they show up here in the personal issue reaches resolution, yeah. And all this, so it's the middle here. So this is a balance. This is the balance right here, yeah, from the dark moon and the equinox. And what the fulcrum, I think that's the right word. The middle point of that is when you come into this, the experience of what you thought was impossible actually starts to happen, yeah. Regarding your health, so your health begins to turn around once you start making these better choices, balancing your spiritual practice and practical choices to do with your health. And I would say it's probably around the heart, which, yeah, maybe you need to communicate to these friends about this. You could call it a blockage. It's a block. It's a wall. We all build those around our heart, don't we? We do. Let's be honest. Which has been keeping you prisoner, yeah. Which would be a lot to do with beating yourself up about doing the right thing, yeah. And it's been a very long road, that road. So yeah, this is definitely about releasing that burden and the disruption of carrying all that. So something you could do if you wanted to for the new moon, you could set an intention around this. Around, so what are the key points here? Allowing your loyal friends to help you. Yeah, ask for help. Set the intention of your health coming around to a point of good health. What about that? Couldn't find the word. Definitely letting go of the burdens that you've been carrying, which have been disrupting your health. Yeah. Let's just grab one of these. One last card. Oh, we've got two here. They fell out. Okay. 10 of Swords. Yes. Okay. Yep. That's how you were feeling. 7 of Cups. That says to me you're being emotionally lifted up. So this, the 10 of Swords, this was all mind stuff, yeah, which makes sense. We did human ego. Yeah, the doubt and the confusion. So this could be to do with your mindset, which has been affecting your heart health, if you like. And when I'm talking of heart health, I'm talking your emotional heart health, if that makes sense. Yeah. So, very interesting. Let me just get a little bit on because these Tarot of the Abyss, slightly different to the bog standard. So yeah, I mean, to me, that's what that says is you're being uplifted emotionally, but it's also a card no, I'm going to leave it there actually, because that's what it's saying to me. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope this, in some way, shape, or form, gives you some idea of if you're planting seeds for the waxing moon phase, then I'm hoping this gives you a little bit of insight into what seeds to plant for this next waxing moon phase. Well, it's been quite interesting actually, and I hope it made sense. Yeah, so thank you for being here. You know what to do if you liked it, and yeah, I will see you next time. Cheerio.